The difference between an Atmos mix that sounds cool in headphones and one that, when streamed through Apple Music or Amazon Music HD, actually translates well on speakers and various other devices, usually comes down to the arrangement and panning choices, the binaural settings, and low-end management. I'm Pat Mavromatis. I've mixed iconic records in Atmos like Roberta Flack's Killing Me Softly. Today, I'm launching a new series to help you get the same results. I am going to take a mix I recently did for a client and run it through my full mix feedback and quality control process. I am going to be critiquing my own work so I can show you what exactly you should be looking for, how I spot things that need a little massaging, and how I fix them. And stick around because later I'll tell you how you can submit your ADM BWF files for a mix critique by me on this channel in a future video. So this will be an experiment. I will be recording the room audio, not coming directly out of the renderer. I want to see if I can capture how this thing sounds in the room as I'm actually muting different parts in my monitor controller, just to get you in the room with me. Let me know if it worked or not. Now I'm going to listen to the whole track once. I will skip that. I won't let you listen to the whole thing so we can save a little bit of time, but this is the process. So I'm listening to the whole track once. Then I take notes on the immersive mix as I listen. The notes will be on the arrangement, on the panning, where certain things are placed in the 3D field, if there are any clashes between instruments, if the power is there, if the bass works properly, if there are things that are muffled or things that need to get a little bit extra space or a little less space, all that kind of stuff. I will be checking in speakers in the room. Then at some point I will check the binaural version. Then I will review my notes and start thinking about suggestions and listen to the song again and write those suggestions out to prepare them for the actual report and the video report. Then once I have that, I need to export to MP4 through the renderer so I can go check and listen on various devices through different ways. A Sonos Era 300 system, an iPhone, an iPad, some other Android devices, a smart TV that plays Atmos, that kind of stuff, just to check and check with different headphones. Headphones with head tracking, some headphones without head tracking. Then I'll go back and amend the report. Then final thing, I will check the loudness and also check true peak. Just make sure we're in the Dolby spec, and I will put that info in the report as well. Then I will finalize the report and send it out to the client. So let's listen.
Honey eyes, I just realized.
So I see the keyboards are starting in the back and they're kind of coming this way to you. Sounds really good. Let's hear it again. Now, I don't see the vocal being in the center because there's no center speaker there that shows up in the renderer. Let's solo the front, left, center, right so we can see what's there.
My wicked heart that tears your world apart tonight says you're mine.
Interesting. So we just have the bass and the drums, so the main rhythm elements, right? The session power in the front, along with the lead vocal. Now I'm already thinking about a couple of things. Maybe we need to add a little bit of the info to the back speakers. Let's see.
My wicked guitar that tears your world apart.
Okay, so in the back you can hear there is a little bit of the vocal and the reverb along with the delays. Let's see if that's anywhere else. That's a good idea because it takes the vocal and kind of spreads it, and it makes it beautiful, whereas in the front there's nothing. The vocal is dry. So that's pretty cool.
Guitar that tears your world apart tonight. Says you're mine, and your honey eyes will gaze. The earth gets smaller as we.
All right, it's gonna be cool to do this for every section of the song, but it all depends on the song though too, how I feel that day and all that stuff. But usually I can take it, intro, first verse, chorus, blah 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 blah. Let's see what else is there.
Guitar that tears your world.
Okay, so the wides have the guitars.
Guitar that tears your world apart tonight.
Okay, so the surrounds, the side surrounds, they have some of the keyboards in them and a little bit of percussion. With the wides, with the guitars in the wides, this creates this nice blanket of spaciousness, if if I can say that. It sounds really good.
Fly to the moon and back. Oh yeah, fly to the moon and back. Oh yeah, fly to the moon and back. Oh yeah, fly to the moon and back. If you be my girl to the moon and back. Oh yeah, fly to the moon and back. Oh yeah.
I can hear in the tops, there's the vocals, there's the background vocals, and also there's a little bit of the drums, and also the percussion. And the percussion it's just in the top. Gives it that nice little aura of groove. I like it. I like it. Maybe it could be a little louder. Now, I'm telling you what my thought process would be. That decision has been made, right? But if I had never heard this song before, or if I hadn't done the mix myself, that's one of the things that I would say, oh, maybe let's check how this would sound. And also I would listen in binaural, right? So as I'm doing this whole process, I'm also going to be checking in binaural. But I'm not going to show you this because it's going to be too boring, right? So everything I'm doing, I'm also checking in binaural. Let's quickly look at the binaural settings. So let's look at these here. This is read-only. So this is what was in the file, the metadata in the file. So I know that I only have those two objects besides my object bed, which has these settings here. And those two objects are in mid, so not that much stuff. But when I get a file that you send that has this information, I can listen and compare and make sure that the binaural settings make sense.
Fly to the moon and back. Oh yeah, fly to the moon and back. Oh yeah, fly to the moon and back. Oh yeah, fly to the moon and back.
So there's some nice electric guitars, distorted electric guitars in the wides now in the chorus to sort of, push the chorus up in excitement level. Now, if I wanted this to be a little bit more aggressive, more powerful, have that guitar play a more aggressive role, I would add that to the surrounds, which you just heard, that just have some of the background vocals and some effects, not the distorted guitars. Now there's another cool element there, the little piano, cling, cling, cling. Which is placed in the rears. So it sounds really, really good really good as it comes in. That's one of my things. I like some of the electric pianos and the pianos to be in the back just because of what Atmos does to those rather than them being in the front left, right. It does a peculiar thing that I love. Now there's another element, a percussive a keyboard, percussive synth on the side surrounds. Just vocals on top with some of the percussion, but not in this spot you just heard, overall in the song. But the vocals on top just bring everything in, and now that there's a build-up. Okay, so the funky guitars, the percussive guitars, they are in the left, right. They could also go up a little bit in the top fronts just to get married with the rest of the percussion there and drive the groove a little bit more. So this is the front and the top. I would probably put the funky guitars also on the surrounds. Again, the decision was made when the song was mixed, right? But I'm showing you how the thought process works. The synth with the line, it's It's in the wides and in the surrounds. It does this type of thing. Check it out. So yeah, in that last section, there's elements that are coming in from everywhere, and it just contributes to the big chorus out type of arrangement. Now, a lot of the vocal and a lot of the reverbs are also in the back. I use the bed for my effects and my reverbs and all that stuff, and an object bed for my main instruments. I send stuff to the object beds, and anything that moves, I have separate objects for it. Briefly mention the bass situation in the LFE. In this mix, I know I did not use the LFE that much, only during the bridge.
Oh yeah, fly to the moon and back. Oh yeah, fly to the moon and back. Oh yeah, fly to the moon and back. Be my girl. Fly to the moon and back. Oh yeah.
It's not used anywhere else in the mix, and I know that. For example, if a client's mix, the LFE was up here, that's a problem and needs to be fixed. Okay, so this particular song didn't have any issues with bass. Through the renderer, you can check what part is the bed, what part is the object, what part of the sound of the audio. Let's check it out. Let's check loudness and true peak. Make sure we're good and within the Dolby spec. And if you're up for it and you want to do a deep dive in one of my mixes, check out this video right over here.